You call the pops. I'm gonna call the pops.
We're recording you.
No. It's okay. I'm just your neighbor. Coming by to say howdy.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, we're not used to people stopping by to say howdy without assaulting us first, robbing us, or defecating on our lawn.
Sometimes all three.
The trifecta. We're from Los Angeles.
Just moved to Texas.
I figured.
Oh, the California plates?
Well, yeah, and the masks. Inside your own house. No one else around. 2022.
We just want to be extra safe.
We feel naked without masks.
We'll probably wear them for the rest of our lives.
We'll be buried in them.
Okay. Well, you seem like a lovely couple. Like I said, I just wanted to drop by and welcome you to the neighborhood.
Why? Do you want something?
Oh, no. They're, I think he's being friendly. People around here are friendly, like we've seen in the movies, right?
I thought that was just make-believe, like superheroes or families that go to church.
No, that's a myth. This is real life.
So, I live in that house over yonder. Name's Kevin.
Hi, Kevin. I'm Tiffany, she, her.
And I'm Steve, he, him.
What are your pronouns?
I don't believe in pronouns. I think they're reductive. In fact, just your asking about it is a microaggression.
Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, it's okay. I'm just messing with you. I like all pronouns. My favorite is you.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Exactly. So, if you need anything, just holler. My wife and I'd be happy to help.
Baby, he has a gun.
I'm calling the cops.
I'm recording you.
No.
Recording.
It's
Good morning. I'm here to give you an update on the FBI's investigation of Secretary Clinton. What I want to do is tell you what we're recommending. But first, let me tell you what we found. 110 emails in 52 email chains have been determined to contain classified information.
What difference at this point does it make?
8 of those chains are top secret, 36 of those chains secret, and 8 contain confidential information.
What difference at this point does it make?
Everything I did was admitted. There was no law, no regulation.
Secretary Clinton should have known that an unclassified system was no place for that conversation.
I did not email any classified material to anyone on my email.
None of these emails should have been on any kind of classified system, not even Gmail.
Well, first of all, nothing was marked classified.
To the contrary,
Nothing was marked classified.
there is evidence of
Nothing was
tremendous
marked,
amount,
nothing was
tremendous
marked
amount.
classified.
Now let me tell you what we found.
Oh my gosh.
110 emails.
It was not the best choice.
52 email chains
It was the mistake.
have been determined to contain classified information.
What difference at this point does it
8
make?
of those chains are top
It wasn't the
secret.
best choice.
36 of those chains
I said
secret.
it was a mistake.
And 8 contain confidential information.
What difference at this point does it
With
make?
respect to our recommendation, this is going to be an unusual statement in at least a couple of ways. Although there is evidence, our judgment is that no reasonable prosecutor would bring such a case. I know there will be intense public debate. I know there will be intense public debate. I know there will be intense public debate. What difference at this point does it make? 110 emails.
It wasn't the best choice.
52 email chains
I made a mistake.
have been determined to contain classified information.
What difference at this point does it
8
make?
of those chains are top
It was not a
secret.
good choice.
36 of those chains
I said it was a mistake.
and 8 contain confidential information.
What difference at this point does it make?
Shit.
Here's some music, Bonnie. Hey, everybody.
What's up, NC Debs, Echo, Sharon? Who else sneaked in since a little? You know, that's weird, Chuck, because the first one you played, I could hear and watch. Then it went silent and my muted mic went off.
I don't know why it does that on you.
Me neither. They're trying to set me up. Wake
having-
Trillion. Jerry Lee.
Hey, Chef
Regina.
Trillium, Regina, Jerry, Sharon, Deb, Echo. We need Alpha and everything else. Beta, Echo, Delta.
Whiskey Tango Foxtrot.
Yep.
It's good to see y'all, yeah. If my mic gets crazy, tell me and I'll jump down. But I dropped links to news stories that I thought you might be interested in.
Yeah, I seen them in there.
The bottom
Don't
one's-
nobody in chat say anything about her mic so she don't jump down.
Hey, Grace.
Well, everybody said last night it was really, really bad. And so I used the air cleaner. Hopefully I took care of it, but I don't know.
It sounds
Sounds
fine.
okay to me.
It sounds that you can hear you.
It's not like Black Hawk and his or Black watching his fingernails on the chalkboard bad.
The D said it was.
Sassy cat.
Hey, Grace. Hey, Nora.
Nora. Nora's getting around. I see her all over the place now.
Amen, Awakened Trillium. Thank you.
Let me roll a few cigarettes by you. I might let's see what those are.
The bottom,
Hey, I got to shovel some snow today.
Yeehaw.
Hey, Lucia.
How much did you get?
that.
There's about 5 inches out here.
That's not bad.
It's a start. Another 2 feet and I go snowshoeing.
Well, thank the Lord. I got some rain in Central Texas. Rain, wind, tornado.
Hey, Lucia.
Did you get any of that bad weather, Bonnie?
Not any of the tornadoes stuff, but just the rain
Yeah, that's what we got. Just
and
right.
cold.
Yeah, we got
All right, Grace.
septic tank cleaning rain here. There's damn water all over the yard standing. It still is some out by my mailbox.
Mm.
Beartooth.
Hey, there's Bear.
Hey, Jeff.
Grace, I never wanted to give it away. I think everybody else ought to give Michigan their snow back.
People were replying on that video. I can't believe you did that. I said I would.
Oh, well, they don't know you very well. All right, that didn't surprise me. It just made me laugh. I did a short. That thing got 5,000 views in one day, Chuck.
Yeah, you sent it to me. I think you showed it to me before. Certain things go with it. It's either the subject matter, the title, or something makes it just go crazy.
I figured out how to look at the analytics, and it was like 100% on people who watched it again.
God, I hope somebody don't burn our house down.
Wow, Mickey. You better you got some good extinguishers over there, Mickey?
Yeah, we're being invaded by the
No.
purple M&M people, huh?
I don't even think we got one, but I don't even think it works.
Oh, Chuck, that's the man's job. You know it.
No fire detectors either.
Yeah, I had them up. Every time they go off, the gas heaters in the furnace when it first kicks on, and for winter, it keeps
Yes.
making
Yeah,
it go off.
no. I don't care about detectors. I really don't. But you need to have some fire extinguishers.
I got the one in the kitchen. Last time I checked, the needle was fine, but it's been up there a while. But But I guess to check to see if it works. Once you check it the real way, then you got to throw it away anyway.
Yeah, I like those old school ones. You can get them recharged. The big ones.
Yep. Like the ones in school or the damn brass ones, you can charge them yourself. Get stuff, mix it up, and put them in it.
Yeah, I had one of them brass ones too for years and years. Those ones in the schools got me in a little bit of trouble, Chuck.
Yeah, I set mine off the other day when I was making the white hamburger meat, trying to get it brown. I got it brown all right, black.
Oh, that's all right. We all of us do that, Bonnie.
I think they like that over there in Louisiana.
Shoot, I've burned macaroni and cheese before.
How do you mean in the oven? I hope.
No, me and my friend got stoned and we forgot about it on a oven.
We had a bunch of company over, got drunk, and I fell asleep making dressing and let the damn cornbread cook for 8 hours.
Then I got high. Then Vicky got high. Then Vicky got high.
Yep.
Yeah, hey Jeff, did you send that to 101? So, or did you think he cared?
No, he said fucking record it and shit.
Yeah, Sassy. Yeah, I went ahead. Remember when I told him I was going to make that recording about the M&Ms? I went and did that too. I just wondered if he saw it.
You got to tell people, don't feel bad about, tooting your own horn there. Be shameless, whatever. Because I noticed all those 5,000 views, there's only like 3 people from the communities commented. So it's a bunch of strangers. You got to tell your friends that you do them, or they're never going to show them to us.
Yeah.
Well, how do you get your penal pads ready?
That's the
I know what it is, but I'm thinking, if it's through God, I think I got this.
Why don't you ever come up here, Jeff?
Yeah, Jeff.
you're welcome to links out there. Hey, Silver. There, you guys, if you ain't seen it, that's that video I asked that girl about the M&M thing. I didn't think about it. Her hair is just fading out. Her hair was blue.
I just found out that the spinoff from that 70s show, that now it's called that 90s show, they had to have another gay. They got to put somebody gay in everything now.
Yeah, they either make them gay or change what color they are, or
something.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or make the good guys bad guys, the bad guys good guys. They got to fucking mix it up with everything. I'm sick of it.
They want everybody to be the same sex, same color, same religion. I guess they just want everybody to be a lamppost.
Well, one of the links that I gave you in private chat, Oklahoma is stepping up about the trans thing. I mean, they are getting fined $20,000.
What was it, 7 years ago now, 6 years ago, when they were trying to push the third bathroom? Back then, I did a search. It was 0.01% of the population would have used that third bathroom. Why are they pushing this crap?
I don't. Yeah, I'm going to share this out there.
Hey, Benji. Hey, Nunya in Texas.
Hey, Nunya. Hey, Ben.
Silver Bee. I always think of Silver Girl when I see Silver Bee. Anarchy Television. What's up?
You gonna read it, Chuck?
Garrett?
Hold on. I was looking for the link to drop out there unless you want to drop it. I don't know if it'll fit.
I'll be the door greeter. I'll just say everybody's name as they roll in the chat.
Hey, everybody rolling in.
Hey, that's my job. I'm the door greeter, man.
I was just backing you up.
I don't
What's
know
up,
why
Jeff?
links are so big on
man.
Well, hell.
Oh, Jeff. Damn, I got to jump out of chat here to look at Jeff's face for a sec.
It's not letting me up there.
Yeah, you're up.
He'll let anybody up here, Jeff. Don't let it swell your head.
He was there. I guess this didn't show him.
Where'd he
Jeff,
go? You
Jeff,
kicked
you
him
were
out
there.
already? What the fuck?
I think his AOL was on too. Is he backstage?
Uh,
Uh-uh.
Oh, I thought maybe he was trying to fix it or something. Well, that one, no, it's
get
probably
back up here, Jeff.
It
Very
said
mercy.
GOP backed bill in Oklahoma would fine performers up to $20,000 and have them face up to 2 years in jail for performing in front of a minor, which should be lewd and sexual conduct, and that's
Yeah, they ought to ruin their entire lives with criminal cases from there on, just like they would do to us.
like if you're on the list, what's it called?
Here you go, Jeff.
Yeah, put them on that
Am
list. You're
I
right, Bobby.
live now?
Yes, but you got your
Yeah.
YouTube on.
No, I just well, let me see.
Oh, there you go.
It's good now.
Okay.
Sounds great. What's up, Jeff?
Not much. How about you, Camo?
I got to shovel some snow today.
Damn, that sounds like fun.
It's good for you. I mean, it's good for me.
Yeah. Now I bet your shift kicker was out riding around in it a little bit.
That's more fun, I'll admit.
Oh,
Yep.
You know, the thing is, though, Jeff, if I had a snowmobile, I'd want to go old school. You know, I'd have something from the 70s, and all those people on these giant sleds would be just leaving me in the dust everywhere.
I would want to put a rope on a snowmobile and try my luck at snowboarding.
How do you do that?
Hey,
with a garbage
yeah.
can?
Well, what's real fun is you get somebody to tow you on a snowboard behind a snowmobile.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. We used to do that in the lakes without
Yeah.
the snowboard.
Well,
We
we
used
used to-
inner tubes, all kinds of stuff.
Well, we used to do that with car hoods. You know, tie
Yep,
one
that'll work.
on a vehicle and
Yes.
take off.
Yeah, but you know, car hoods hurt if you've been in that predicament.
Not if you know how to rig them right.
Yeah, make sure you get the old school Dodge pin off the front of it so it doesn't poke through your skull when you fall forward.
Tell me about it. You can weld some rods on there so you can hang on a little bit better.
That's when you
Oh
build
shit
that,
handle.
a pillow
I
out.
got a collection of old what we call shit handles. They're metal bar handles that you bolt to the side of trucks and stuff.
Yep. I got a few of them.
Those are handy. Get it?
And-
Handy.
Well, I do know the people that ride with me, they use them right much.
I put them in the back of my truck so people could walk back there while I was moving. Otherwise, they're gonna have a rough ride.
There you go. Shiv said that's her toy.
Sweet.
That's an older one. That's not one of them high tech. That looks like what is that? A 440?
That's still stuff you can work on.
I have
Yeah, I
no
can work on that. I actually know I've done those seats quite a bit, but they got that plastic console that goes in the back of the seat that breaks really easy, so you don't want to mess with that in the cold.
Shift has all the cool toys.
Shift,
you say it
I'm
was?
laughing. I know you having fun up there.
I guess one didn't want to come up. He said set one for tomorrow, I think. Didn't you say, Jeff?
Yeah, the 26th. So, well, he got something else going on in his life, you know.
That's good. It must be that one that makes him turn off his camera.
What's up, meat puppet?
The one that makes him text.
Yeah.
And blush.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think
Good
me
to
and
see you,
Jeff had
Casey.
him watching yesterday.
Oh, well, yeah. And believe it or not, Bushcraft was doing his share last night also.
Yeah,
Bush,
and then Jeff got in and out in the chat.
yeah. That's a side of Bushcraft I've never seen. I liked it.
We're what do you call it? Rubbing off on him. Did you hear 101? He goes, "What are y'all doing to my channel?"
When it gets to where he is not blushing no more, then he's one of us.
Yep.
Chuck, is Grace a mod?
Let me look. Yep.
Hello, all you people out there in chat. Or should I say YouTube land?
I'd like to see that video she's talking about.
Yeah,
I like to say the community because it sounds all weird and cultish.
You know what, Bonnie? I owe you an apology. I really do. I was calling you Shift and I wasn't even looking.
Oh, it's okay.
It don't make it sound like shit's bad.
Well, oh.
Last month.
Well, now, Chuck,
Yo.
let me ask you this right here. I'm looking a little bit at the news, and they're saying West Texas, all the way up through the Panhandle, is going to catch hell here within the next couple of weeks. Y'all fixing to have some ice.
I'm in East, but we might get it. Bonnie might. She's closer to it. Hey, Connie.
Hi, Connie.
Me. No.
I hope it don't, but I've been expecting it.
Yeah, I mean, hell, y'all got hit pretty hard. What was it, last year? Year before last?
Yeah.
A lot of them lost power. Ours went out for about 15 minutes that whole time. Some people were out, a month, Bonnie?
Yeah. I was out hours. It wasn't pleasant. But this
Bonnie,
year I'm prepared.
Are you set up if it hits again, Bonnie?
Yes, I am.
Good.
This community has helped me tremendously with alternative heat, and thank you so much, Grace.
I'm glad to hear. Hello, Connie Carlo.
The staying warm. I mean, we were dressed just like if we were going outside, and thankfully there's 3 or 4 of us at least always, so we can cuddle up. But it was the heat and food. I was like, we have food cooked, but it still needs to be heated, and so I have things to do that too.
Yeah. Well, now, I've heard, I don't know, I've not done it, but they say if you put a tent up in your living room and, get in there, you will stay a whole lot warmer than you would practically anywhere else.
If you got if you got to build a blanket for it out of stuff and chairs and.
Yes, and that's what I would be doing because I never did get a tent, but I have blankets where I could even line the bed where everybody can just pile on the bed and watch TV.
By the way, Ms.
That
Lonnie,
meat puppet I hear. What happened to Jeff?
I'm here.
No, that's
Okay,
meat
all right.
puppet.
Hey, meat.
Hey.
What's wrong?
I can only see the chat or I can see the panel. So I'm watching
Okay.
chat, and then I hear when you guys talk. I go, okay, I got to go.
And I think he has a delay when he hears us talk.
Yeah, apparently.
I'm
Well,
s-
so anyway, what I was going to say is for alternate heating sources, I'm assuming you already have a wood stove, right?
no, I do not.
You need to get one. The the
Yes,
the,
you
the,
do.
the ones that have the flat top for your the flat
Mm-hmm.
top ones, they'll have the little
Yes.
circles so you can heat the specific spots. It
Yeah.
allows you to feed it with heat, and if you're not cooking it, you pull the little circle deals off, and it'll let extra heat out into the room.
Well,
Yeah.
one of the things that I found out for cooking is just those little tea candles, even on an electric stove, which I have.
Yeah,
You line those up in there and light them. They'll
you,
heat your. They'll boil it.
yeah. If you're gonna do the tea candles, you're better off doing like a homemade rocket stove out of a coffee can. But yeah,
Yeah.
um,
And, well, I have a camp
one,
stove now, so I'm
one,
not worried about that. Plenty
one
of fire
thing.
bottles.
One before I forget to mention this, and then I'll let you continue. I'm not trying to step on you intentionally. Um, is if you get the chance for blankets, get get a handful of deer hides that have been made into blankets. It's some of the warmest blankets you can have.
Now I will admit the the army blankets.
The wool blankets.
Now they awesome,
Well, there's only
you got
two natural things on earth that will wick the moisture away from you and keep you dry. They'll keep you warm even when it's wet. There's only two things. One's buckskin and the other's wool. So they're
yeah.
both very good.
Well, as a kid, when I was younger, growing up in the early '80s, I had I had lost it over the years, but I had a buckskin blanket, and I had my normal blankets, and then the second blanket on top was a buckskin. So on the cold nights, didn't necessarily have to fire up a heater. We had the buckskin on top of a normal blanket and the sheet, and you were nice and
They
toasty.
work they work in unison real well, and I've had a couple of buckskin shirts. I got to get a new one. I miss it very, very much. I don't like the old style pattern. I don't like the V-neck the way they used to do them, so I get it and make my own. But
Yeah,
the synthetic fabric that they've come out with since, like Gore-Tex and Polar
yeah,
Fleece or whatever, they always say that it wicks the moisture away from the body. No, it pretty much just ventilates a little. It does not have the same wicking ability that wool or bucks. I've used them all, so I just don't believe in their.
no, you're better off with a buckskin. Now, if you're gonna use like some cow leather with the buckskin to help make it feel a little bit more comfortable, okay, I could see doing that.
I'm a
But
little bit qualified for this conversation. I mean, I've been outside for almost a year straight. You know,
mhm,
the blanket fort thing is a valid deal. I've got the wood
right,
stove in the tent, but I've got a buddy heater, which, by the way, you can take the front grill of a buddy heater, it clips to the handle and turns into a grill. Most people don't know that because they don't tell you that in the manual. Anyways, but I built this little using the military poncho liners and the ponchos. I've made a canopy over two cots next to each other with 4-inch foam pads that I made that zip together. So I've got
right,
a little tabletop in my little warm area. I've got, obviously I got everything I need in here. Plus it's way warm and that
right.
severe below, it
Well,
got down to like 35, 40 below.
and how
And I
big is
was
that
close
tent
behind.
you're in? Is that like a 12 by 12 tent?
This is a 15 by 15 by 10
15
foot
tent.
tall
Okay.
tent that I made this tent like 25 years ago. But inside the tent, I've got it set up to where I've got a smaller area, less area to heat, and then
Sure.
that which creates another barrier. It's like it's as good as it can get that I know of this way.
Right. I'm assuming you got a
Now,
potbelly stove or something running
I
your
got the
stove in there.
M1941 tent stove. It's not just a wood. It is a wood stove if you get
Right.
the grate. but it'll burn coal. There's a conversion kit. You can burn fuel oil, gasoline. You can drip gasoline, and there's a bunch of ways you can use them.
Interesting.
Now, give me a minute here. Bonnie, do you, in your house, do you have a place that you can put a wood stove?
No, that's not an option here. I'm fixing to move out of here, and so it's got to stay the way it is. In my new home, it still doesn't, but I'm going to try and get as much on propane as I can. But I have a ton of wood already stacked and seasoned here and there. I have a barbecue pit. I'm good. But the warmest blanket that I found during that time was quilts. And so I'm collecting all the clothes that the girls have grown out of or whatever, and I'm going to start making quilts.
Hey, I don't blame you one bit. Now, this new place that you're going to be moving into, are you going to be renting or you going to be buying?
Buying.
Okay, I reckon the next thing I would say is find you a place where you can put you a wood stove, because I've got an idea that's about what it's going to come down to in the future.
More than likely.
Not more than likely. I can guarantee that's exactly what it's going to, unfortunately, it's going to come to.
Yes, and get you a flat top wood stove like Meat Puppet was talking about.
Yes.
Because that way, because that way you can also cook on it.
Yep, you can heat or cook.
Yeah.
Which is why I mentioned it, because we used to have one as a kid when I was out in Oregon. We used to live out near Burns.
Can you give me one for some of those G packs? Yeah.
Now, we do have a wood stove here. That's a flat top.
So, I got a question while we're on the topic of wood stoves and things burning. On the off chance it comes to that, how hard would it be to get a smokeless fire going in a wood stove?
Well, it's the better the wood and the better your fire, the less smoke is going to be. If you use junk wood, it's going to smoke and stink. If you don't let it burn, if it's just smoldering and not really flaming well, it's going to produce more smoke.
Now, something else too, a lot of people don't know. I don't know about the area that each one of y'all live in, but do not burn pine in a wood stove.
Well,
no, that's a bad idea.
But what it does is it builds up a lot of creosote. And it's got, but you just have to clean it more is all. On a stove like mine, I can burn pine all I want. If the creosote builds up, I let the pipes get cold and I tap it with a stick, and you can hear it all just fall right back into the stove and become fuel again.
Okay, but your wood stove is in your tent, correct?
Right.
Okay, I'm talking about in a house.
Yep. If you still have a straight pipe, you can tap that pipe when it's cold, and the creosote will flake. But if you get one of those dual insulated, what they call chimney liners, all right, they've got insulated stovepipes that are different. Those require a chimney sweep. You're going to have to get which you don't really need a chimney sweep. All you need is a brush and the extensions, and you get up there and do it yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I was watching what's his name. He's putting them in. I can't think of his name now. The guy that looks like an Amish guy with the big beard that's got like 1 million subs that does a bunch of prepping stuff.
Yeah, my brother-in-law, he was a chimney sweep for decades, all through the 60s and 70s and 80s. I've been up on a lot of roofs. It's a simple thing that nobody wants to do.
Well, I was going to say he installed it on this where he went through the wall. As soon as it went to an elbow to go up to the stack, he put that trap in there, that thing where you open the door up and it's like it's a T, but it's trapped at the bottom where you can just run a sweep through it.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of different designs like that, Chuck. I mean, there's even those old style ones that have a heat source on both sides with fans on each side and stuff. They got Seen a bunch of weird designs.
Well, now, another question. Okay, you got a kerosene heater, right? Can you store kerosene and it not go bad? And
For a
if you,
long time. That with gas, it's different with gas. They have an
right,
additive you can buy that'll make it last longer. But kerosene and fuel oils, man, you can, as long as you're not getting water in there, it'll be fine.
I remember
There
Dad
you-
used to saying old kerosene will gel up like diesel if it gets moisture in it, but that's about it, ain't it?
Yep, that's
far
it.
as
Just
I
got to
know,
keep
yeah.
the water up.
well, see, Bonnie, right there is you another source. Get you a kerosene heater.
Man, something else maybe besides the stove. They make those little heater faces that screw onto the top of the propane tanks. You can order it off like Amazon or get it at Farm King or somewhere. I'm sure they just
Yeah, they're like
fit on
they're like
the fat propane tank. Sorry, go ahead,
yeah,
Joe.
they're like a buddy heater like thing. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Mr. Heater Buddy Heaters. That's the brand name and the model. And those are the only ones that are, safe to burn indoors, where they won't rob you oxygen and they won't put off any kind of fumes that can
They
hurt
look
you.
sort of like this, but this one's made for the bottles. But I got a hose out there to put it on where I can attach it to whatever.
They're
Okay.
nothing like, they're completely different from all the other designs that Mr. Heater makes that are not safe to burn indoors without ventilation. That's the
Well, yeah,
difference. Is
because
you got
those the buddy one he's talking about, it's a nice super large face that screws on the top.
They
Yeah.
got different sizes now. I've got the one that's like almost 20 years old now. I got the green one. I had to pay extra just to get it in green because I don't like the bright colors. Anyways, there's a bunch of ones. They got buddy heaters with fans in them with battery out, all kinds of stuff. They got big buddy heaters. But what you do, get any of those are all the same. They're all safe for burning indoors. But you don't have to go buy the little 1 pound propane tank. You buy a hose, which is kind of expensive. Those could be $75. And then you get a filter and you run a 20-pound tank off of it, and it'll last you about a week. I mean, you'll get a good amount of time out of them doing that.
Well,
And
Yeah,
those are the ones I was telling you. It doesn't look like it's supposed to be, and it doesn't say it in the manual. But if you push down on the front metal grill, it'll come out of the holes, hinge open, comes out of the other holes, and turn it upside down and backwards. It'll lock into the top handle, and it creates a grill.
You can find them if you search it on, do an internet search on
Hey, Andy.
Amazon. You can find it. I've seen them on
Yeah,
there.
they're going up. they're,
Well,
Hey,
they're
No, I'm not saying order it from Amazon. I'm saying you can find it so you know what to look for somewhere else, just to give you an
But
idea
I
what it
did
looks
try
like.
it on Amazon. It wasn't real high. And to answer Jeff's questions, number one, we don't have pine here, but we know not to burn cedar because it does the same thing as pine. And so we use oak or mesquite. And the second thing is we were planning a buddy heater with a conversion kit for an outside propane tank.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Well, now I
Also,
know kerosene. Like I said, a kerosene heater. You can also use them for stove. To boil water or something
And
like.
yeah.
a lot
Just
of those
never
buddy,
let it run out of fuel while you're sleeping and let the wick burn out, man. That is the nastiest thing to wake up to, is kerosene smoke in the house. It's a
You got
taste you'll
that
never forget.
Did you guys
Well,
see that
now,
paraffin oil lamps I'm making?
yes.
I gotta do a video and break it down in parts, but I started on it and I got tied up doing other stuff. Here, I'll put it
what
up
were
here.
you trying to say, Miss Bonnie?
The buddy heater that I'm looking at has a cooktop on it. And
Oh, nice.
someone asked a question up here, Connie Carlo. She said she has a buck stove that her father put in fireplace. He stopped using because of how it's not been used in about 5 years. How would I know if it would be safe?
What kind of
If
stove?
it's a
They're saying a lot of that stuff anymore. The EPA saying it and the government saying they ain't safe, but that's because they want you to buy new ones and make them more efficient ones. But
Exactly.
Right.
The only thing I can
would-
see about that is seeing if it's safe is burn some paper in it and see if the smoke comes out of the chimney like it's supposed to.
That's
That's
The biggest thing that wears out on any kind of stove like that, which is I'm assuming it's a fireplace insert when wood burner. They also have fake wood burners for inserts, but if it's a wood burner,
Right.
the things that burn out on those is the back sheet metal and the fire bricks crumble. You can replace the fire bricks, you can replace the back,
the door gasket too on them.
Yes, the asbestos. It used to be asbestos door gaskets.
Now, if you got an old school wood stove, make sure it's got a fan on it. Believe it or not.
My dad made one out of one of them oil drums.
Even I forgot about it because it's at the propane shop. I had bought a used propane stove from a garage sale.
Oh.
And so I took it up there for them to clean out all anything that could be in it, and it's got fans on it.
Connie, you know, if you've got that, you want to know about the chimney, open the damper up all the way, put some bad old clothes on or something to do this, but get up there with a big flashlight, check the damper, make sure that the hinges are in place and stuff, and look up there yourself. If you see any obstructions, you got to remove them. Most chimneys have a little jog, so they go to the left or to the right a little bit before they go up the flue. But you can usually see if there's damage it'll be closer to the fire usually, unless the chimney's damaged on the top or plugged.
Or make sure there's no bird nest in there too.
Yeah, bird nest, and then I was going to say some of them they'll run the pipe up the chimney too if the insert was put in after.
Yeah, if the line has got a metal liner, it could be rusted out.
Bonnie, how old is your house?
The one I'm in?
The one you're talking about putting a fireplace in.
Oh, I'm not.
Excuse me, hold on. I'm sorry. Connie, how old is your house? Because there's a possibility that if it's got a brick fireplace, some of the mortar inside of it could have chipped and come loose, and the sparks could go through.
Yeah, you got to look for brick damage.
Yeah.
What's up, Chrissy Cat? Hey, Jen.
Now,
we
my
had
chimney.
a wood burning stove growing up. And you don't know how many times that when the winter first started, we'd open that damn thing and a bird would fly out at us.
Yeah.
Yep. I must have installed or at least assisted in installing at least 100 wood stoves in my life and repaired I don't know how many fireplaces and gym. I've done a lot of that work.
Hi, Jen.
Also, don't burn or burn very little hedgewood if you're going to use a fireplace or a wood burning stove. You can burn a little bit of hedgewood in there, but not too much because that stuff gets hot.
Yeah, it does. About like
it burns a long time though, so that is a plus. If you're doing just a normal fireplace, I think you might be all right. But
well, now normally when we used to go to bed, we try to find logs that had lots of knots on it, and that way, you know, the chances of it burning all night long was good.
Yeah, harder wood to burn. Yeah, if anybody's worried if they need a chimney sweep like Gma put out there, they got creosote blocks you can buy and burn them, and it's supposed to release all that shit.
It works a little. It doesn't work as good as a good sweeping.
Yeah, I've heard people say when they do it, they'll burn one and then burn another one behind it, and usually that.
And make sure when you order a core of wood, it's chopped already.
Yeah, make sure your wood's aged, old, dry.
Yeah, what it is and what chopped
I mean, a normal sweep cleaning would be ideal, but if you can't do that, a burn some logs would be the next best alternative.
Well, now we've lucked up so far this year. We hadn't had to use our wood burning stove yet.
Right. No, this year's been a bit odd with the weather.
Yeah, it has.
Although at this point, with the way things are progressing, I'm just waiting for that other shoe to drop. I can feel something's getting ready to pop off. I'm just waiting for it.
Yes, I believe you're right. We're
Well,
down
now,
to freezing tonight, and
really? Now, I don't know about y'all, but normally I can smell the moisture in the air before anything happens.
Just before it
Especially,
rains, you can smell
yeah,
it.
or snow.
You
I
know
haven't
what's
tried that with
cool,
snow,
Heat
but
Puppet, is with these type of stoves, it's not just wood, man. I've taken 5-gallon buckets of pine cones and filled that
sure.
thing full of pine cones, and it will, you know how logs don't last all night unless you really know what you're doing. They'll last
Right.
well over 8-10 hours. You can get out of a bucket full of pine cones. You know, you look around, if you've got a regular wood stove, there's places all over the country that used to produce coal. And I knew a place where I could go and get trailer loads of coal for free because it was an old place. They used to mine it and they just left it. It's been out there for years, you know. I burned piles of leaves. Actually, wet leaves burn better than the dry ones. You know, they last longer.
Yeah. No.
You,
Yeah.
you can get creative. You can roll, you know, cardboard up, get it a
Well,
little
and for
wet.
that matter, you could also just take some old advertising or old newspaper, you roll it up, rubber band it, dip it in a little bit of kerosene, let it dry out, and there's your little fire starters.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
now answer me this question. I'm not sure. Charcoal that you use in a charcoal grill.
It'll
Can
work.
you
I mean,
use wood stove?
real charcoal, Jeff. They used to burn trees. They'd burn up the ground in three ways around an area. All right, so you got 3 berms, and they'd fill it full of wood, and they'd burn trees and trees and trees, and they'd get a massive pile going. Then they'd put it out and bury it, and then dig it back out, and there was their coal. They used it as charcoal. You know, nowadays those brisket things that you buy, those aren't really charcoal. They're, you know, a pressed thing. But yeah, you can burn some of those. If you go and you burn a whole bag of those, it'll go really quick. You need a lot of charcoal to keep a wood stove going.
Okay, well, see, the reason I asked is, let's say, like to get a fire started, and
It would
a
help
lot,
get it
a
going.
lot of people out here today just don't know how to make their own coal.
Right,
You know,
but you don't really. It's easy to get a wood stove going, especially if you got a draft. I mean, if you know how to do it, one little flick of a lighter or something, and you're good to go. When that thing first starts, it sounds like a jet engine sometimes because of the way
I
it's
know.
pulling it.
I agree with you there. I mean, there ain't too many people who can get a fire started with wet wood. I'm one of those people who can. I know what to look for.
go watch Ark Wild Man Survival. Chat.
Really? Now, I didn't know he had one out like that.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of fire videos, and he uses every which way to start them. In fact, he sent me some Arkansas flint because he had done one with that. I saved cotton out of when you buy vitamins or any kind of over the counter. I saved the cotton. I saved
Dryer lint. Dryer lint's a good one.
dryer lint, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say
I
dryer
have a
lint
big
was good.
Ziploc bag of dryer lint. I have
I got about 3 months supply of dryer lint in a Ziploc bag.
I've been saving in the packaging. Sometimes they'll put it's like a paper bag, but it's strips of it. I don't know what that paper to roll up if I needed to start a fire. I can start a fire.
I give you if y'all are worried about firewood, find somebody giving away pallets, got a bunch of them. If you got some way to haul them, if they're the heavy ones, they're oak.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can get pallets like crazy. we've been getting those because we're going to use them. But
Well, you can also, if you've got a bunch of like the pine pallets, which are the lighter ones, you can make furniture out of them if you do it right.
Yeah.
my son does that. He makes the benches and chairs and sells them on the side of the highway.
That's what I do, Bonnie.
Okay.
I made a couple of heavy front porch chairs I got in the back here a few years ago, and I made them out of train axle crates that I got up here. They had a bunch of it was 2x12s and 2x8s and stuff, and I looked up how to Adirondack chair, or however you say that, and I looked them up. Then I looked at another chair for a porch, and I just made these porch chairs. Shit, you can drop them down from space, and they hit the ground. Them suckers are heavy and solid.
Grace is talking about underground cities, and I'm thinking we all need to move into one.
She's probably talking like Darren Kuru in Turkey, all the ancient ones.
Chuck, I made a Adirondack porch swing, and somebody bet me that I couldn't run my pickup truck over it and did not break, and he lost that bet.
Oh my goodness! You tried
Yeah,
it.
last year, the year before, my back porch, I bought a bunch of this oak wood that's rough cut oak that they use for shipping stuff. They put wedges and stuff to keep stuff like pipe from moving or whatever.
Right.
I bought a load off a guy. He had 100 of them. I gave him $5 a piece for him, and he delivered it. And I built my back porch out of a 10x20 porch, and it's got every direction, every 5 feet. It's got the anchors or the legs of it are buried 3 feet deep in concrete. If I had a ramp, I could park under it.
Yeah. Now, Chef Kicker is right. Pallets are chemically treated, so y'all do be careful.
Yeah.
What's up, Digital Hawk? Cindy. Hey, Ronan.
Ronan, and that's a good idea. Good for you.
Hey, Ronan, Hawk, Cindy, anybody I missed?
I didn't see Hawk.
I think it's Digital Hawk.
It's Digital Hawk.
Oh, okay. Digital Hawk.
The drone master.
Really?
I'll be back in a second. I got to take a shot.
Sorry if you guys hear any wind. Let me know. I'm running through Chicago with the wind partially cracked.
Oh, you're fine.
Imagine y'all have Vicky running a hairdryer away in the next 2 rooms over. Hey, Digital. She got to go to work. She got to be there, leave here in 20-some minutes. 30 minutes.
Maybe she'll bring you some gay M&M.
Yeah, that girl didn't know what to say when I said, and after the video went off, she goes, "What do you mean about
Play it? Play the video. Don't tell us about it. Play the video.
The pink and purple ones will eat each other?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Oh, yeah, you ruined it, man. You should just play the video for people.
I'm going to.
You talking about the stupid M&M thing?
Yeah,
this is a Chuck special here, Meat Puppet. He did this one himself.
Live in
Y'all ready? Here you go.
general. Willie D.
You have any of those Franz M&Ms that come out with the purple and pink ones? I heard that they eat each other when you pour them out of the bag. What do you know about it?
Your volume.
That ought to be in your intro from now on, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least the extra. What do they call that?
Yeah, when you close it out.
What's up, Willie D?
Hey, Willie.
Is George up in here? I see her saying hello. He snuck in too.
He might have.
George.
I don't know.
Oh, shit.
I'm not looking at the chat, so if he's in there, he could be.
Yes.
Trying to keep up. What's up, man? I said hello to Magic, but he might not have heard me.
There's a link to it if anybody wants it. Hey, Magic. Carl said, "Hey, Magic. Hey, Magic." Carl said, "Hey, Magic."
But Magic is right. Those dried cow patties are good to burn also. Just saying.
Yep.
And if
Cow
you get
cookie.
hungry,
Very
you
good.
put water in them and you make them like oatmeal.
Yeah.
How's that going?
Some in the freezer.
Hey, Keno. You know, I may or may not have been in a couple bullpucky fights in my life.
Yeah, maybe.
You ever done that? Pick up some horse manure, some malarkey, and whoop it at each other?
Yeah, we figured out other stuff. We weren't that bored.
What's that? Carl likes drinking bull milk.
Actually,
What's Wyatt say?
I know, buddy of mine. He had his dad or his grandfather had a dairy farm, and he'd pick them up and put them in a box, and he'd put them out there. And when he ran out of things for shooting skeet, he'd put them up, and we'd shoot them. The dry ones.
I know a few people when they got.
Chocolate milk, vegan milk.
I know a few people when they got bored, they took their little Ford Ranger pickup or whatever truck they happened to be driving that day. They hooked a rope around a porta potty, just started dragging it until it fell apart.
My deodorant over there.
Oh my God, this one's on the internet. All right, these guys that I knew, they were decades younger than me. Anyways, they'd have this party around here on an annual basis where they'd get 500, maybe more people that show up this party, bands and all this stuff. They had the porta potties brought in and everything. Well, this guy and this girl, the guy was married, and they were in the porta potty doing it when the wife found out about it. And she tipped it over on them. And out comes two shit-covered naked people. This video exists, all right? And the girl was standing there crying, covered in shit, completely nude, about to get her ass pummeled to the ground, and she just walks off, walks down the road like that, and walks away from this giant field party. And it's all on the internet.
Damn.
Instant gratification there.
Oh, gross. It's out of scale of gross that I had to share it.
Why not,
No, that's the kind of nasty shit you hear. Pun intended.
Yeah, that's desperation to get in a porta potty. Come on.
I'm back.
Yeah, exactly, Digital Hawk. I mean, that was gross before they tipped it over.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'll almost stay there.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a video I watched earlier for y'all to see. It's funny as hell. Vicky just brought it up.
I call it a sight scum.
That's like that one. Did you ever see that one of the dad making the baby talk?
Yes.
I think I showed that to you guys once before.
I just watched that today. That
I
baby
keep
just
a book
going
mark.
on. It was so cute.
Well, and the expressions, it's only a 1 minute video, but the expressions the baby made as the dad is making it talk was just absolutely hilarious. So I keep it bookmarked on my watch later.
We were
Go ahead.
I started having kids in '77. We were doing that way back there. We just didn't have YouTube to put it on.
Right.
I know my kids used to do that, Bonnie. I miss it.
I'm so glad when I was growing up they didn't have YouTube for half the stupid shit we did. I'm glad.
Yes.
There's no evidence.
That makes both of us.
That's some real shit right there, Meat Puppet.
Oh, I could gross y'all out with some kids' stories.
Well, I used to on the stupid things category, I used to do the homemade stump remover using certain chemicals.
Well, you
some
couldn't
of the
go. It
older-
wasn't a federal rap when we were kids, man.
No, it wasn't. You could mix that stuff up and leave a 2-foot hole in the ground.
Yeah.
Here y'all go. Let's see if I can get it up here.
And that's all I'm gonna say about that, because I'm not trying to get in trouble.
Yeah, I know. I've tried to tell those stories myself, Meat Puppet, but keep in mind, it wasn't the same kind
It
of
was
crime when we were young.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Well, thankfully, we had a lot more common sense back then.
Where you going?
I'm done with fucking internet.
Here y'all
I
go.
got shit.
What?
It's vegan because it's strawberry milk and not like cow milk. You know what I mean?
I've seen this one.
He say fucking vegan milk.
Show me the fucking udder on a strawberry. This the shit you guys do every Sunday?
There you go.
Basically.
Where you going?
I'm done with fucking internet. I got shit.
What?
It's vegan because it's strawberry milk and not like cow milk. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's funny. I'm sorry. That's, you know what?
Strawberry milk.
That video. That I've seen it. I've seen that a couple times. It's funny. Another good one for if you're feeling down is the kitties boobies video. It has cute little kittens, and well, the other's obvious.
I can tell you one thing: if you watch one cute little kitten video, you're going to have 100 of them on your feed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There y'all go. Here's another one. Get it. See if you can figure what he's missing on here.
A forklift removing ice and snow. I've never seen it done like.
That's not a forklift.
You call that? I don't know if I know forklift I've ever seen. I'm gonna go shit in your backyard.
A forklift remove.
You go shit in the bathtub.
I love the looks on their faces.
Listen to this one.
All right. What do you
This
got?
is all kinds of messed up.
Yeah, this is Arkansas or somewhere.
Figure down if your grandpa has been married to your grandma, your aunt, and your mom, and had kids with all of them. So now the 4 boys that your grandpa had with your aunt are your brothers, your uncles, and your cousins. And he also had a kid with your mom. So now your dad and you share a sister because his dad and your mom had a kid together. So you're biologically related in numerous ways because your sisters, you're also your aunt. And your grandpa was your stepdad for 20 years, and now they're divorced, and you don't know what to call him anymore, so you just call him by his first name. And your uncles turned into your brothers and your cousins, but you just call them your brothers because that's how you were raised for 20 years. And your life is complete chaos.
What in tarnation?
I've seen that before.
You know what's fucked up
that one,
about
too.
that is that she had that memorized, like she had to think about that.
I think that's the issue she's running into.
That's because she was dealing with that issue, probably.
But Chuck, one of the links I dropped was about that. One of the links I dropped you in private is about that. The blue people.
Oh yeah, I've heard of them.
Smurfs. The blue.
I think it was the bottom link.
Yeah, I got it. I'm fixing it.
It's a real thing, y'all.
Blue people.
Real life blue people exist thanks to years of inbreeding.
Shit.
So, hey, speaking of inbreeding, so, I never did get my question answered. So, if Omar divorces her, are they still brother and sister?
Twice removed.
Huh.
If you don't believe me, go ask Uncle Daddy.
I thought it was Daddy Grandpa.
I am my own grandpa.
That's the last video he was just playing, where you basically end up being your own grandpa.
Yeah.
Yeah, our friend no longer is an uncle; he's a stepdaddy.
His uncle's
Sometimes I'm pretty sure humanity's doomed.
Yeah.
I don't know. There'll be a bunch of them won't know what to do. They'll see the fire coming. They'll head to it with hot dogs.
Oh, it's even. I got one even better. We are so screwed with some of these newer generations. If the internet goes out and their phones stop working, they won't know what the hell to do. They'll just stand there like, what do I do? How do I get home?
No,
it'd be like
they'll be lost.
Where they're doomed at is they don't know how to operate a handheld can opener.
That's what I mean. If their phone stopped working and the internet went down, they wouldn't know what to do. They'd be lost.
Society's headed into idiocracy.
Yep.
Yeah. I was just going to say that idiocracy.
It's like, why in the hell did you bring Beavis and Butthead back? I hate those two.
At least they were sort of funny. There's some of the shit they got out now.
They're so stupid.
I prefer the original Looney Tunes personally. Tom and Jerry. The real good stuff.
Well, you think about it.
Before they turned Tom into a lesbian.
Well, back in our day, we didn't need a sign saying "Do not try this."
Right, we had common sense. It's like that foghorn leghorn meme. It says basically the same thing. We didn't need all that warning label stuff because we were smart enough to not try it.
Oh, we'd find somebody we didn't really
you
like.
Did try it. It just meant you were the survivor. You were tough. It toughened you up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and what Jerry said. That's the
Or Three Finger Charlie. Lost his fingers in the fireworks.
Stood out mine in my purse.
Accident.
Give him the poo.
Oh, Jerry Lee, I've seen that about royalty in the past. Still.
And they have all kinds of issues from that too. That's why they keep them locked up so nobody can see them.
Well, folks, I'm going to hop down for a little bit.
All right, man. Appreciate you coming up. Welcome anytime, bro.
All right, I appreciate that. And Miss Bonnie, I hope you get situated in the future.
Thank you.
You have a good night, Jeff.
Y'all too. Bye.
Bye.
Yep, bye.
Thank you.
I vote if anything goes wrong, we blame it. It could be his fault.
Where's that down there? Oh, that's it.
All right, Chuck, you there?
Yeah.
You got 3 minutes. I need you to help me settle a bet.
What's that?
Oh, this should be good.
You there?
You put me up on the screen?
Yeah, hold on a second. I'm handing Vicky her cigarettes. Let's see.
Sweet.
I want to do a race. Can you see it okay?
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy, right? All right, 1 second.
Well, it could be.
Oh, it is. It's nice. Very crazy. Very nice, very crazy. Go ahead, minimize me real quick, Chuck. We're going to see who's going to win that knife, and I need your help.
Woohoo.
I need you to play that little race file that I sent you to see who's going to win that knife. Out of you, Bonnie, Ed, and End of the World. Oh, hell, Chuck's coming out strong. Ed's really creepy down there with those 3 legs.
Come on, but a dinosaur, really? Come on.
Oh, man, Chuck, come on, you can do this. It's a good knife.
Yeah, I don't ever win doesn't. I don't have faith in it. Stuff like that.
Oh, come on, it's a random generator. You got just as much chance as anybody.
That's great.
What the heck is that?
There you go.
The rear one on
Oh,
the bottom
Chuck's
looks
gonna
like
break out.
It's just wrong.
Orchid red.
Oh shit.
Who is that?
End of the world.
I told y'all that gray one was gonna come out winning.
We wanted to test that random generator thing for raffles and stuff, and I just wanted to see if it worked. I appreciate it, Chuck. I didn't mean to take up too much of your time.
You didn't bother nothing.
That was great. Thank
I
you.
did.
Sure, Chuck was going to win that one.
I won a giant crawfish cooking thing one time, but I stole all the damn entry pads from Kroger, so I was the only one that entered in it. So
Rabbits, if I was going to do a drawing, I think I'd shuffle the deck in front of everybody real well and then pick the card right in front of the camera.
Our local store will do
That's
that.
good too.
And so we'd go in every day and fill one of those out because you can only do one a day. And
the butcher shop at Kroger's one was had it out there, and he told me, he goes, "Hey, don't you like crawfish?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Here." He handed me 3 big bundles of them entry forms. He goes, "Fill out a bunch of these." He goes, "There ain't going to be any more because that's all the entry forms we got." And he goes, "We're pulling the thing Friday." Friday, after I'd stuck a bunch in there, he calls me and he's like, "Come get your crawfish pot."
I put in for a fruit basket one Christmas at Kroger, and they announced the winner over the radio. I wrote my name, and they were afraid to say my last name, and I knew it was me. And
What's up, Ed?
They thought it said condom.
Oh no!
Radio. I was like, no, not
Hey,
condom.
Well, when I moved out to the country, city girl, totally. We were sitting in class. There was a school book laying on the floor next to my desk. Brand new student. Teacher says, "Pick up the book and see whose it is, Bonnie." Pick it up, look inside of it, and it says Howard, Koch. So guess what I said?
Cock.
Thank you. The whole class died laughing. I'm sitting there trying to bury myself under the desk. It's Coke.
Right. Yeah, they smell it like cock, but it's pronounced like the drink Coke.
Vicky, do you work at Walmart?
Yes, sir.
Are you hearing about any layoffs or anything?
Oh,
Stores closing? Huh?
Hey, you get there's a website you
Hold on. I'm hearing everybody. Let me ask her one more time. Any layoffs or other stores going or closing or anything? Staff reduction?
They're closing stores all the time, but layoffs, they're cutting everybody's hours.
All right, thanks.
Usually when they get rid of folks, they get rid of the older ones that make more money than hire people that won't work.
Yeah.
Well, didn't you hear that they're going to change it to where only people under 50 or don't have to have the poke now? In other words, everybody over 50, still have it.
Where, at Walmart?
No, I just saw the report today. They're saying now they're going to change the mandate to where it's only mandated for people over 50.
Did you see where
know what they can do with
the
their
ones
mandate?
the ones that got it are blaming the ones that didn't because we didn't let them go sooner? I'm like, what?
I've seen. Well, every time we tried to say something, they censored us, gave us strikes, took you off a platform. Who's guilty there?
Yeah, I know. That's
So just in case you're wondering about the massive layoff thing, if you Google search or just whatever search engine you decide to use, type in your state and layoff, it'll pull up a website that the government put up, and they announce all the mass layoffs by state, and you can go through your state, and they'll have an alphabetical list of all the companies that are getting ready to do mass
I've
layoffs.
seen it, Meat Puppet. I was looking for on the ground confirmation.
Yeah, now I know there's a lot of stores fixing to close up north.
Well, and I think that if they do that, then the next one is going to be, okay, if you don't, we take away Social Security, Medicare, things like that. It would not surprise me at all.
Well, Social Security's been broke since like the 30s, I think. But
I know. And
she was number 2 of 5 people I know that work for Walmart across the country, and her answer was almost identical. So now I got 3 more people to ask the same question to.
Yeah, I know they overwork us.
Well, I just thought a while ago, Rebel Yell.
Speaking of being overworked at Walmart, there was a commercial I saw on YouTube or Facebook or somewhere. They're getting ready to take some of the in-store employees and trying to hire them as truck drivers to go drive their Walmart trucks.
Yeah, and they did away with all their Walmart workers driving the trucks.
Yeah.
Went to different companies, and now they want them back.
Right. Yep.
It's stupid. The
It
shit they
is.
do at Walmart,
I wish I had that.
it would blow your mind at what they do. That's like at night, when I go in, there's no more than 15 people to stock a store. 15. Yep. 3 of us are mod people, which we get pulled off the mods to go throw freight. I said, how are you going to throw freight if your mods ain't done? They're so stupid. Because that's all their stuff coming out.
Yep, she hates Walmart. I hate it. I don't like shopping there at all.
I don't even shop there. I go to Kroger.
I only go there if I really need something that I can't find somewhere else.
I go to HB.
I do my best to avoid it.
I won't buy it.
What is it? HEB? I love HEB.
And you really should work there. They treat their employees so good. And they move you up. And
what I'm getting now.
Yeah, that's true.
Christy Cat, I really want that list of 3,000 words. How can I get that?
What is it?
She says there are 3,000 words on a list on YouTube that you cannot say on screen.
Oh, good gosh.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's only 3,000.
Yeah.
Well, I'm guessing there's a bunch on there I didn't even know about.
Okay, I'm
You
going
might be able to
all
just
gibberish.
internet search it, or if she's already got the list, she could probably just email it to you.
Hey, Joy. Hey, Dakota. Yeah, I probably say them. That's probably why I get kicked for reasons I don't know why.
You know, speaking of getting kicked, I've been trying to get put in Facebook jail for like 2 years, and no matter what I do, they won't throw me in Facebook jail.
I heard today that they're letting T back on Facebook, opening his accounts back.
Yeah, I saw that.
Well, I was gonna say he's been on Twitter now for about a month. He's been back.
And he's got True Social. That's probably what it is too. They're probably I know they were losing clicks.
You know
Probably.
what? Speaking of that, I've noticed that the 2024 flags have come down on people that were very, very, very supportive. And I'm just wondering if everybody's kind of lost interest.
If you've been paying, I don't know, maybe. But if you've been paying attention, they just did another meeting where they say the next pandemic is going to be X or Y as a war game type scenario.
Yeah.
And then, well, 3 to 6 months later, then you got your next little whatever they're trying to make you scared about.
He must be working better.
Yeah. They're fixing to throw out 2 or 3
Yeah,
sticks.
they have a radio station that I listen to in the morning on the way home from work. They had Bill Gates on there in an interview, and he said that the next pandemic is going to be worse.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Supposed to
saw
target
that.
kiddos.
Did you hear me, Dad?
I was like, that guy's a dick.
Hold on.
Well, the worst thing he's doing is the I'll fix you others, put it in the food.
I'm seeing more and more disclosure on what's really happening and how many people are dropping in their own tracks. It's looking like it's increasing. The information coming out about what's really happening. So when it finally, I've seen it mentioned on mainstream. When this finally sinks in, there's going to be a lot of fear in the world, a lot of sadness.
Yeah,
Well, that's because
better,
all the
like
people
they're
who
saying, give it 2 to 3 years, and people are going to start dropping like flies.
Well,
Yeah.
that was by design though, because they set it up so when you got the jab, and if it didn't kill you right away, it would within a couple 3 years. That way they can't trace it back to the jab unless you're
Right.
smart and paying attention. All these people just were healthy dropping dead because they took the jab.
All you have to do is stay off the mainstream and go look every day. I hit certain sources and I see people every day, more and more. And not just people you wouldn't hear about. We're talking athletes and teachers and pilots, and it's coming. It's happening. They just haven't. Nobody's if you try to say that there's, let's say, 20 million more deaths this year than there was last year, they're going to go, oh, it wasn't because of this, it's because of that, so.
They actually are starting to show it on Main Street.
I know, I saw some too, but it's not, it's still the way they're doing it. They should have been yelling this at the top of their lungs.
Yes. I think Newsmax even did a clip on it.
Yeah.
And Forbes is a big that everybody listens to. Forbes is really throwing some stuff out there.
Oh man, it's been a long day.
True, Grace.
Yes, you're getting shenanigans suck.
Shut up.
Yeah, I just
saw
looked
that
at that.
somewhere in chat. Sorry, go ahead, Jack.
I just
You
looked at
guys have all been on this planet a long time too. When in your recent history of being here have you seen so many people just dropping?
Almost never.
Chuck, what were you saying?
All the people dropping dead.
Oh.
Sorry, go ahead. I wasn't
That's part of getting old, baby.
That's part of getting aggravated, but
Me either, Grandma Merkel.
Yeah, this is where we need to stand strong together because it's
I'm just worried about my daughter, man, because she got that pokey poke.
and I wouldn't get on a plane for nothing anymore. That one of the things I put up there was the Boeing new plane that they're making in cahoots with NASA. So it makes you wonder why and what.
the rabbit lever we lose.
What the hell, man? My phone didn't even charge.
Sorry, what were you trying to say, Chuck?
I asked the rabbit left or we lose him.
He said he had.
I think he was only coming up. just to do that thing, but I just saw him in chat. Thanks, Keno. I just did a quick short video, Keto, and it got 5,000 views in a day. Isn't that weird?
He said he was relogging. But
Bye, y'all. Have a good night.
night, Vicky. Be careful.
Good night.
Walmart, baby, love you.
Don't work too hard, Vicky.
Bye, boys. Love you.
I told her just start laughing and pointing at people when they're standing around with their thumb in their ass.
Well, is ZOMBIE a safe word? I don't know, but I keep thinking, are they going to be the new one of those? Because
I didn't even catch what you spelled.
ZOMBIE, because strange things are happening that I'm really thinking somehow, some way, they are not themselves at that moment when they do things, if that makes any sense.
Well, that's MK Ultra mind control. People who think that that's not real need to research the Russian research before the American agencies found out that it was probably real, so they better start doing it. So they stole each other's information, and there's all kinds of history saying that there is mind control. So there's a lot of people that think that Lee Harvey Oswald was somehow in that. There's some people think that Manson was somehow involved in that. This stuff is probably real, Bonnie.
Yeah, I never saw the stuff that George put on there about the Spanish flu, but I'd seen other stuff, but it was documents from way back then, and it made sense. But
I just saw that Grandma Merkel said she doesn't watch TV. I think people that are zoned in out of that cathode ray, or not even cathode ray tube anymore, people that are absorbed into that screen. And I've known a lot of people that TV is their life. Those are the most programmed people I know.
Yep, they don't have nothing to do. A lot of people can't do much. So that's me. I watch stupid shit like murder mysteries and hunting body part, that murder porn shit. That's that, or watching somebody rebuild a car. That's the kind of shit I watch.
Well, for us, we've seen all the proof of the fake news. It would be incomprehensible to think that we could believe what the news is telling us. Those people just believe everything that they're saying.
Yep. Hey, Ridge Runner.
What's up, Runner?
Hi, Ridge Runner.
Yeah, if it's a new movie or a new show, and I'm like, that shit's so fake, I don't know how anybody can believe any of it. Even the fantasy stuff's fine, like Star Wars and weird shit like that, but anything real is like, there ain't no way that investigators could be that stupid not to see this or can't figure this out or whatever. And it's just, no.
Yeah, Telegram's a good source.
Somebody's out in here. I didn't hear it pop. That's Rabbit.
Sometimes I listen to myself, but I sound like a cranky old man.
Pop.
That's what I said.
Because you are a cranky old man, could it?
Yeah,
It may be a dinosaur in the race. A dinosaur.
Well, we've done lots of races with you guys already. We got to talk about this. That's just a little random generator for raffles and stuff.
I
thought
like
Chuck was...
the random generator wheels that spin.
What the hell is that?
Looks like a hotel on the side of a highway somewhere off some interpath.
Yeah.
That is Zachary's Seafood and Steak.
Oh. I was going to say, you at No-Tell Motel.
Yeah, because all the windows were the same. I was thinking the same thing.
No. That's just a little restaurant. It's not bad. Sorry about the reception.
California.
Right?
That's the dining hall at the Hotel California.
Yep.
Oh, Zach's is nice. Good seafood. Good steak.
Yeah, I love seafood.
Fresh menu. Good place. What's wrong with being a dinosaur, Bonnie? Ed was the three-legged monster from World of Worlds.
All right. And I thought I saw Godzilla there. And my trouble is
that was
scale.
me.
Okay, well,
That was
there's a
really
scale
fat
issue there because Godzilla should be able to squish a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Well, yes. To say nothing about wild monsters running down the street.
Well, that part is almost believable these days. It was a scale. That's the only thing I didn't like.
Wait, so which monsters running down the streets are we talking about? The human variety or the other kind?
Monsters are real and they are in men.
Expect to see anything and everything.
Well, I can tell you some stories. I see all kinds of weird shit out here most of the time.
It's like
Hey,
The level, the sheer level of. Sorry, what were we saying, Chuck? I didn't mean to
I
interrupt
just
you.
said, hey, FSB, come in.
Okay.
Well,
Just want to make sure.
FSP, good video you put out today. Y'all need to check him out. It's a subject nobody talks about in prepping.
Did you see my little video I made earlier, Rabbit?
How many
Rabbit.
views you got on that, Chuck?
Hell, I haven't even looked at that. Hold on. Let me go back to it.
Oh, he's
It was really cool.
It was under a minute, wasn't it?
Yep.
So it's a short, right?
Yep. I'm fixing to put it on here again if I can get it. I still can't believe I didn't notice the look on her face until after I watched it.
You have any of those trans M&Ms that come out with the purple and pink ones? I heard that they eat each other when you pour them out of the bag.
What?
You don't know what?
Could you hear it, Rap? Okay, I guess so.
All right, now play my short so I can get 10,000.
Vicky's like, I hope you don't get banned from the dollar store.
That's the thing.
Come on, everybody, help me get 10,000 views on my video. I'm already halfway there.
Trying to find your.
That's crazy. I did not expect that, man.
Shorts get a lot more views because they'll pop those up in the news feed for like everybody.
Well, I've had a couple of them get up to a couple thousand views, but that went to 5,000 views in one day.
That's because people have a short attention span. A bunch of 1 second or 1 minute videos, they'll sit and watch them all day long. I've been bad about doing it.
Yes.
I like lengthy documentaries and stuff. Actually, I look for the long stuff, audio books. I like those. Something that lasts a while.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I left them things alone a long time ago when I whooped myself after you just did right there what you did.
I've seen people do that.
I hit myself so hard I wouldn't have been surprised if I got turned into a girl. I know it made me sit down for a while and ball up.
So you felt like that bear?
Yeah.
I hit myself one time in my teens, and it's not a funny bone. I don't know why they even find that humorous.
I know. None of the funny bones are funny. Did you know you got one on your knee too?
No, I've only got my elbow. I mean, got it good.
What?
Yeah, I remember when they considered.
See, now there's the thing: the chain ones can be illegal to carry. They even issued those to cops in Florida. They used to have little fiberglass corded ones called nutcracker flares that were actually police issue. I mean, it depends on where you are, and some people enforce it more than others. But basically, anytime I've ever had them in the car or something, I just tell them, is there any weapons in the car? I'll go, yeah, nunchucks. Oh, no big deal. You used to carry them a lot, but I don't carry them on me anymore.
Yeah, some places it's funny about them. I don't understand why, but
I don't think they're illegal here. I don't know.
Well, the chain version ones might be because that's the most widespread illegal ones, are the ones that, and it's silly as it sounds, a chain doesn't make them any more dangerous. It just makes them louder.
Right. But we have Chuck Norris to keep me awake. Joking.
Yeah,
I've seen him use nunchucks, and he's not bad, but I'll tell you, nobody was better than Bruce Lee with nunchucks. Even to this day, there's still nobody.
Here, Regina, here's the link address. If it'll put it out. Damn, that's so much long.
Well, that's those links I sent too. I don't know why they're making them so long now. There's one about the dirtiest cities in the United States. Guess who's number one?
San Fran.
Beat Detroit in everything. Houston, Texas. I was like, two cities in Texas, Houston and San Antonio.
Yeah, I heard because they've got all the damn people there now.
Yes. And that's what they were showing. Mountains of people and trash. Yep, beat Newark, beat all of them. Houston was number one. San Antonio was further down the list. It was like 2 or 3 from the end. But
Detroit used to be the murder capital of the world, and then Chicago took that honor.
Yeah.
And I think it's a couple other cities are worse than even that. Such a healthy place for all the boys and girls. It's the murder capital of the world.
so, you know what happens when you have people doing that in the streets. You know they're not being sanitary.
No.
So
Some guy got sued because he had some woman sitting in front of his place, and she was messing, using the bathroom and all this other stuff. He kept trying to get her to move, and got people trying to get her to move, ask her to move, and he was out there washing off the sidewalk in front of his business, and he ended up spraying her with a hose, and he got sued over that shit.
Yeah. I saw
If
that.
he would have wore black and said he hated you know who, he would have got away with it.
Yeah, but you have to work really hard to get into that pay to play stuff, Camo. They don't just accept anybody.
You either got to have money to get into it, or you got to be able to do stuff that they want done.
You got to be a special kind of retard that works for $40 a day.
I think I've been that guy before, I'll have to admit. You know, $40 or $40.
This is assault.
You remember when $40 used to go somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bills.
75 cents for a pack of Marlboro, 50 cents for a can of Copenhagen, and 60 cents for a thing of Levi Garrett. A 12 pack of Budweiser was $5.
$7 pair of jeans.
You can tell Chuck's priorities.
That was Friday night with me. Dad had given me $20 to get the hell out of his hair, and
Yeah, we used to go and collect Coke bottles off the side of the road to pay for the gas to go get somewhere because we were out in the boonies.
he'd be like, "Ain't your buddies doing something?" Well, I ain't got no gas to go nowhere, and it's Friday. Well, $20 carry your ass for the weekend. I'm like, "Hey, to carry my ass for the night." He goes, "Well, you need more money. If you can't get here, call me. I'll bring you some more. Get the hell out of my damn yard."
Oh my goodness. I didn't have
What a
parents.
deal. I wish I would have had a dad like
Oh
that.
man, loved me to death, but that told me right there, Dad wants to get lucky, and Mama ain't gonna do nothing as long as I'm there. Either that, or he was gonna give her money to go do something with her friends, and he's gonna work on his car.
Yep, the dollar store used to be $1.
Yep.
Yeah, we gave y'all that option. Then y'all had an oopsie grandchild.
You know, I could take $1 down to the bait shop and come out of there with 2 little paper bags filled with candy. I mean, filled for $1. 100 pieces of candy.
Yep.
I don't remember that. I remember the 5-cent candies at the Brookshires.
Oh, there was a lot of 1-cent candies, but
I never bought candy. I don't remember how much they were.
Well, we didn't much buy the 5-cent candy. It was at the store while we were shopping, so.
When the cop made his soggy walk of shame to the tow truck driver, laughed so hard I peed. What?
Yeah, hell, I remember it was like $10 I'd spend and still have $10 bill in my pocket. Had my cigarettes, my dip, my chew, my 12-pack of beer. I'd go have money, go get started, and usually after that, everybody ride and brought stuff, so we'd end up in a field somewhere with a fire going by a pond. And
My first job. I'm sorry.
Well, where was the Wi-Fi?
just pasture parties. We didn't know what a Wi-Fi was.
we had Light Bright, but we didn't have Wi-Fi.
My first job was a waitress. I think it was $1.25 an hour. Plus tip.
That's what my first, regular job was, baling hay for $1.25 an hour.
And you wonder why your teeth are so damn bad. All that dip and chew.
Whoa!
I never liked that dip. When I was a kid, I remember we were at a store that was into the next little town, so we were not on our territory. I felt a little safer to do this, but I remember swiping a can of Skull, and me and this kid that walked all the way out there, walking back home, and I got this can of Skull that I've never tried it in my life. So I took a big old wad of it, and it wasn't bad, I guess, but I didn't know that you were supposed to spit the stuff. So
You got some shit, didn't you?
Oh man, I turned green, dude. I didn't know that you weren't supposed to swallow that shit.
First time.
I was used to dipping Skull, and when I got to Copenhagen, that was like you when you got to that. Copenhagen and Skull's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, I don't like that stuff. Never did it again, and I don't steal no more neither. I got my just desserts off of that.
Little female cousin of mine, the first time I ever dipped, she hit me in the stomach, and I swallowed it.
Yes. Worst thing I ever saw, Wyatt, was a guy at a party, picked up his can of beer, took a big old couple guzzles, and then set the can down looking kind of green until he realized that was somebody's spittoon and ashtray. They were using it for cigarette butts and a spittoon, man. He drank somebody else's.
There was an old bar joke about that. Why didn't you stop? I said I'd give you a free drink. Well, when it started going down, it was just one long, thick stream.
I knew I was waiting for Bonnie.
My brother, at one time when he was little, he was stealing everybody's drink, and he ran to the wrong one.
I had that happen to me. I'm sure I wasn't the only one. See, magic says it happens.
Yeah.
I'd rather drink a rotted dead mouse carcass.
Oh, so you'd rather drink another Michelob Ultra?
Yeah. They didn't even have the Ultra back then. They were just plain old Michelob.
Yeah, that's why I got to use. I've seen people do that. You get around somewhere and I set my shit down, and then I look back and there's more than one there. That's when I'd get up and get another one.
Yep, Ernan's done it. And he's
Good night,
right.
Chip.
I thought Shifty was already here. What's up, Shifty?
She's leaving.
Uh-oh.
Lost somebody rabbit.
Yep. Vicky's having issues because
He was just talking. If I was looking at the right person, it's hard to say with it.
Yeah, I know where she's going.
yeah, totally. That's
Hey, Stan.
Sorry.
Sorry, I'm interrupting you too.
My stepfather made us smoke a cigar when we were really young, thinking that it would keep us from ever smoking. Well, didn't work. Never had to eat one. That might have done it.
I was 15 on my way to Tennessee, and Nancy in the back seat, and Dad asked, "What's wrong? Are you hungry? You gotta go to the bathroom? What's wrong?" And I said, "No, it's all right." And I laid down. It'd been 4 hours since I had a cigarette. And Mom goes, "He wants a damn cigarette. That's what's wrong with him." And he's like, "Well, guess what? You're on dry out now." And I flopped and flipped and flopped around. And I said, "That's fine." I said, "I ain't asking nobody to support what I'm doing." But I said, "That kind of works both ways." He goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "I don't want y'all smoking either because y'all cough and stuff. The next time you want me to go, I left my cigarettes out in the car. Will you go get them?" I didn't say nothing else. He goes, "Don't tell me you ain't going to do what I tell you to do." I'm like,
Pull the dad
Mom's like, "You want him to stop so you can go get a pack?" I said, "I got cigarettes. I just didn't want to pull them out." He goes, "You better not smoke with me. If you smoke one, you're going to smoke that old damn pack." And Mom looked at Dad. Usually she didn't stick up for me. And she's like, "Did your daddy make you smoke a whole pack?" He goes, "I never did it in front of him." "Oh, so you're saying that you want him to sneak around behind your back and do stuff?" And he didn't like that at all. He goes, "No, I'd rather him be a man." And I said, "Dad, well, I smoke." I said, "Are you going to make me smoke a whole damn pack?" He goes, "No." He goes, "Go ahead." He goes, "Don't ever expect me to buy one or buy them for you."
Yeah. I told my daughter that lesson and had to hide them under my pillow when I slept. And all of a sudden I could hear this while I was sleeping, and I knew it was her hand sliding under my pillow. And I'd sit there and watch her until she got really close and was like, "Really?"
Huh.
And she would just stop dead still. Like she'll fall back asleep and I can grab her. Nope. And I made her do that. I made her smoke a whole pack of cigarettes thinking it would make her so sick she'd never touch them again. Didn't do a thing to her. And I said, "Yep, you're already too far gone."
Yeah, I remember seeing my dad in the rearview mirror. His eyes looked like they teared up. I think I broke his heart a little bit by doing that. That's sad. The things we remember. Well, that's been a long time.
Yep.
I got one of those regrets. I think it was actually like 1990, New Year's night. And I wanted to go up, be with my friends and stuff. And my mom said something about, well, I thought we were going to do this. And I'm like, I didn't know we were doing that tonight. She says, well, what are you going to do? I said, well, I'm going to go to the party. And she said something like, that my reply was, well, you already had your New Year's Eve, or in some way I said it like that. I just, man, it broke her heart and it made me feel like shit. I didn't even mean to do it. The way I worded it way wrong. Upset her.
We all have regrets. Rabbits, what is that?
You're not gonna like it one bit. I'm not even gonna do a virtual race for it.
What is it?
Plant-based protein shake. No.
Yeah. Check out the ingredients.
You do not drink that.
Nope. But some of our gym bunnies and our health nuts do, sadly. And I'm like, it's super expensive. The new hotness. It's in all the gyms. It's all the rave. Cookies
Well, I don't
too.
even
I thought
know
that was
what
weird.
it is, so I must not need it.
Don't get anything that says plant-based.
I agree. I'm just saying it does exist. They are real, and they're all over the place. Sorry about the camera, Chuck. I've been moving stuff around.
That's fine. What do you run your shit through to make it where you use your camera like that?
Like, what do you mean?
Or you have? I thought you had your camera running in the background.
Yeah, I got 3 cameras hooked up, so I can switch between them. Like this one's on that little desk. Like when we do the different stuff, we just gotta switch them up.
Okay, I gotta know what it is now, just because of Roman's comment. What the hell is it?
It is a plant-based protein shake. So when you go to the gym, try to bulk up, people take protein supplements. This one is plant-based.
Yeah,
Specifically, and you're gonna love this. Sorry, you're gonna love it. It has pea protein isolate. I still don't know what that is. It's too small, but
isolated pea in it, huh?
It will, yeah. You know what? It will, and we're talking not cheap. Like, whoa. Boop. Evolve. You got to love the name and the symbolism. The triangle, the name, the mountain.
Yeah.
Couldn't you just bring a salad with you and get the same thing out of it?
The really good ones do. In fact, most nutrition, most of the cats in the gym, they'll say just eat a steak. All this other stuff, you just piss it out anyway. Yeah. But it's a trend, especially with the youngins. I mean, they're big on it. They're big on working out, being in shape, which is good, but they're pushing this stuff.
I had a buddy of mine back in the 80s when he worked out, all he did is when he's on a hard regimen, he'd eat like 2 steaks for breakfast, 2 steaks for dinner,
that'll do it.
Steak for snacks. He was always eating boiled eggs and avocados.
You ever have a peanut butter tuna fish sandwich? That's like a protein bomb.
I might make a sandwich out of each, but not.
No, you mix it. You just put it on one piece of bread, the other on the other piece of bread, real thick. That's pure protein, man.
I'm just saying separate. I couldn't eat it together. Just some things don't go together.
Well, have you tried it?
No, I haven't tried a lot of things. So.
There we go.
Yeah.
I like my tuna fish a certain way.
I did not hear that.
ABC. Weightlifter. I lift 300 pounds every time I stand up. Hey, BC, look on my wall over here. I went up there, the old girl at the dollar store. I freaked her out earlier asking about those trans purple M&Ms, and she scared the shit out of her.
We used to eat raw eggs, and nobody worried about it at all.
Except
I
when I
know.
don't want them in orange juice.
We would make what we thought was a milkshake back then. You take milk, you put a raw egg in it, and a little tiny bit of sugar, vanilla, and sit there with a fork, and you had to keep stirring it while you were drinking it so it wouldn't just. See, I'm already at the back. Let's not do it.
I think they need to be 30-second versions.
Bonnie, you and rabbits are deformed alligators.
Got me a flipping dinosaur. I guess he's wondering, with this big old go, I should be ahead of him. Ever. Yay.
Yeah, but they also a lot of that meat they put Kool-Aid and all kind of stuff on it.
Chat is don't eat this, don't eat that.
I had them going last night. I said, "Yeah, purple M&Ms. If a girl hands you them, then you know that she's probably got a fruit salad." And what's a fruit salad? Well, if it's got an apple, it's got a banana. That makes a fruit salad. When did you start doing your little race things, Rabbit?
He's not even there.
He done ran off. You know those rabbits, they don't stay still.
Did I see something in the news? You remember when they were trying to make cow farts illegal in California? I think I saw where they're doing the burps now. They're going
Oh,
after
goodness
burps.
gracious.
They double out.
I double up.
They weren't about all that, and they got people shitting in ditches.
Yeah.
This is the most. I'm not even sure what's going on anymore, man. Is this reality? I mean,
That's what I was
because
gonna say. What planet are we on now? Because I'm gonna go back.
New topic. New topic. You're right. It's insane. Things are insane.
They're insane in the membrane. Remember that song?
I actually do.
I can't remember what song that was. Carl might. Insane in the membrane.
It's called. Isn't it called The Brain?
I remember the song. I don't know the song because that was not my style of music, but I know the song.
Well, one of my friends sang it at karaoke all the time. Her and her husband.
Was it ICP BC? Damn, that's
Insane
fucked up.
Clown Posse. No
Yep.
wonder I don't know.
What is a juggalo? That's one of the songs. I had a friend who was a juggalo. He'd want to get all drunk. Then he'd fucking start whining and crying and want to hang on everybody, whining about everything. And I was like,
Hey, I know the same guy. Tattoos of them and everything.
Yep. Hard ass until he gets hammered, and then you let him sleep on your couch. You wake up on the floor, and there's a big puddle of slobber where he's wet your carpet.
Yeah.
That can't be a coincidence.
It's not like you know the same guy's his name Mike.
Oh my God! No way!
Well,
You're kidding.
Cypress Hill.
I have a son.
You know, it's like a carbon copy or something.
Yeah, if you get a chance, look up "What Is a Juggalo" and then listen to the words of that song. They described him to a T. Hell, I figured you knew all about them. I think they're straight off of 8 Mile out there.
I always kind of wonder if that was those clown sightings all over the country. Remember that?
Yep.
Whatever happened to the clowns, man? Where'd the clowns go? This was a crazy world. They'd fit right in.
They're scared of the borders.
Ronan. Oh, goodness. Now the ducks. I'll put you in the back.
You need shorter races, bro.
This gives you time to think of the next story. It's interlude.
Well, it gets monotonous right about now, and we're only halfway there.
Well, that's because of your attention span, like we talked about.
Go number 3.
He does them things, but he does it like 2 or 3 minutes for their races.
That's too long, man. Yeah.
I told him, I said, you got to remember, people on here are short attention span theater.
Do they even have those rubber duck races anymore? Remember them where you'd put
How'd that happen? I was looking at chat.
Did we lose somebody else?
Meat puppets.
Yeah.
Who said that? BC spent years picking up and delivering to GM. Horses. I don't know what it said.
At GM Porthouse, he's a truck driver, or was. I don't know if he still does. I think he's retired, and he makes some hella knives if y'all want to look on him.
Uh-oh. Lost Carl. Oh, there he is. Nope.
Let's see. You guys want to see some badass knives? I'm going to find his.
Ridge Runner, I don't think you're so worried about your knees and feet.
Oh, high roller man.
Here you go, y'all. If y'all like knives, check his stuff out. He makes all kind of nice knives.
Yeah. Been checking out.
BC, did you ever get your fingers right and figure out what's wrong with them? Woke up one morning, he couldn't use 3 or 4 of his fingers on one hand.
Magic Beat bets 2 eggs, but Chuck wins the next one. He won the one before.
I try to eat 3 or 4 eggs a day.
Ronan said 2 eggs, too rich for my blood.
I pulled a thing of bacon out of the freezer earlier. After we get done here, I'm gonna make me some bacon and eggs.
Cool.
And just like that, I got hungry.
BC, is it still giving you fits? Is it get back where you can use it? I remember I watched a video where you cut it off.
Yeah, I did too. And then the one following where it was just so swollen.
He did a video just to cut his fingers off. What?
He had to cut his ring off of his finger because it was so
So
swollen.
swollen up. You remember how you used to wrap a string around your finger when you were a kid and make it like sink way in, and it got that bad around his finger overnight.
Yeah.
He ended up he stuck something under it and then cut it with a Dremel tool, and I'm like, that.
I know. I was scared watching that. I thought, you know,
Cut the crap out of myself, probably.
There's actually a tool made for that. It's got a little thin little like curved shoehorn that goes under the ring, and a rotating saw is on the top and hinges into the ring, so it protects the finger as you saw the rings off.
oh wow.
I can't. What's the name of the stuff I used to play it?
Sorry, Chuck.
I was asking Wyatt something.
Icy hot stuff?
Yeah, BC, if you tried any biofreeze on it, my back gives me shit and neck, and a lot of times I get migraines, and my son does too sometimes. I think it's from not drinking enough water, but he gets them, and aspirins and all that'll get rid of it. He'll rub a little bit of that biofreeze on his neck, and about 20 minutes later, he's fine. Biofreeze, check it out. I think they got it here at the dollar store. I keep it around here. I quit taking ibuprofen. It's so hard on your liver and kidneys. I don't take anything like that anymore.
Yeah, I haven't taken it in years and years and years.
George.
Ladies
George.
and gentlemen.
I loved your thing about Spanish flu. I knew about a lot of that stuff, all the stuff I received.
Did you notice this happens every 100 years and has for the last 400 years? Always in the 20s, 1720, 1820, 1920s, and 2020. But you tell people to study their history, and they won't do it. They don't care. People just don't care.
I think we got a World Fair coming too. That usually revolves around it.
Oh yeah. Oh
yeah. They did some experiments on the troops in World War One too. In World War One. They poked a lot of guys with stuff.
That's what we're talking about. 50 million people died from that back then.
Yep.
A third of the world's population caught it. But you start even back 1720s, the bubonic plague.
Yep.
Every 100 years they have this.
Do the Rothschilds have patents on all those?
What do you mean? Elon Musk that's whose graphene was in the jungle juice this last time.
Yeah, they're talking about now adjusting the coof to where it'll fit the reason to bring new pokies out, because they got another one, Project Veritas. Bonnie put it up, and somebody else was talking about it too. And I got the video. I'll drop the link for it. It's
and yet we're not seeing any perp walks.
I don't know where I put it.
It's like they keep exposing all the corruption and nobody pays for it.
No, people are accepting the corruption. Hey, remember the Republicans are winning. It's 2-1 right now, and who's got the classified documents? You are winning.
That's a distraction from all the other poop.
All I know, George, is I think about Operation Trust more every day that goes by.
I tell you what, there's nothing else out there that portrays exactly what we're seeing closer than that. You notice how this Q thing just died away, and then the Twitter thing came up, and now it's dying quicker now. I believe people are losing interest, but that's not a good thing neither, because all they're doing is acting like you know, is going to go away.
Okay, I got a serious question for you, brother. Do you think the desensitization was intentional?
Well, you know it is. Stockholm syndrome is well known.
Man, they're masters at this shit.
Yeah, they are. They've been doing it for a long time, since the turn of the, you know, century. A lot of people forget who in the hell put Jesus on the cross.
I know who did that. That's what I mean. Anybody
The Jews
that
put him
does
on the
anything
cross.
good,
The Jews, they voted to put him on the cross and let a murderer go.
yep.
Yes, your
Anybody
Bible
that
said
does
they were
anything
chosen, but
good,
never said what they were chosen for.
Yeah, it even shocked the ones that asked them, because they figured they'd want to save their savior, and no, they chose the other one.
And all these Bible thumpers, they spew out shit of what somebody was referring to the Bible 300 years ago. There ain't no fucking way you can look at the Bible and say this is what they were seeing 300 years ago is what we're seeing now. They knew nothing about DNA and all this crap. You know, the Bible says is the days of Noah, is the days of the last days of man. Well, I tell you what, there was DNA and all that going on. I mean, you can look at the Greek history where they're talking half man, half fucking bird. We see that shit happening today too, where they're coming up with all these half animals, hybrids, and whatnot. I mean, we're seeing it. We're living it.
Here you go. I don't know if you could see it in here, George. I'll drop it down here, the link. It's on Twitter. I don't know where else to get the Project Veritas shit.
Spanish flu had a lot to do with the radar system at the time when they kicked it on, and what they were injecting into people's bodies.
here's how I feel about that, George. Is I have a lot of faith. All right, I have a lot of faith in God. I don't trust man. But the thing is I know that if I don't take care of myself on top of that faith, I could be just like any of them other ones that went to their doom with all the faith in the world. You know, it doesn't mean that I'm going to survive it if I believe, you know?
No, if you believe in fighting for the God, they look at you and say, well, you don't have faith. You know what? God wants you to fight. He don't want you to sit there and take a
That's
bullet to the
right,
back of the
George.
frickin'
And
head.
God can use us as his hands as well. That's what they forget.
I mean, it's crazy. God had armies on this planet. But if you remember, Jesus sat on a mountain, and Lucifer came up to him and offered him all the kingdoms of this fucking planet if he would just worship him. And he said, no, I am not of this planet. So who owns this fucking planet?
Well,
People, wake
that's
the fuck up.
kind of obvious to me. It's like we were just saying.
I wish you'd quit interrupting me.
No, I didn't mean to. I was trying to agree with you.
Well, wait till I'm done and agree with me. Fuck.
I didn't know you weren't done.
Well, you know I'm done now.
I was just agreeing. It's they say that the devil has dominion.
Yeah, we lost half the room. I guess somebody else was on.
Oh, 10 went live.
Oh, yep.
Anybody that does anything good, they get demonized or killed.
Yeah, that buddy of mine coming up with that perpetual motion stuff, and he put in for a idea on it. He put in for a patent, and he got a letter back saying they were considering his patent. Then he got a plain white envelope, almost like a stationary big business envelope, with a letter in it, and told him they may be at a point to make him an offer on it, but his best bet would be to forget dabbling in that thing or expecting somebody to assist him with it. He got freaked out about that weird letter and stopped doing it.
Guy who made the water-powered motor is what I just thought of. Or wasn't there two guys that came up with a water-powered motor?
Yep, that
Both of
hydraulic
them.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That
Dead.
perpetual motion, though. He said that if he had any issues when he tried to get the patent going on it, that he'd drop it. He said, because stuff like that will get you killed.
I just saw somewhere there's a perpetual motion machine in a glass box in a museum. Looks like a bicycle wheel. And they won't tell you how it works. But one of those guys that investigates it went in there and she had to fess up that it goes in. Somebody has to do something to it like every 2 years.
Yeah, it's weird if you get it working the right way. His it's like a gravity distortion kind of thing. It just
Do you ever see those plans they have to build your own UFO flying saucer?
I've seen some of it years ago.
It has mercury spinning in them that causes what they say causes the gravity distortion you were just talking about.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to be really careful because I upset George. I'm waiting for everybody to finish.
It's gotten quiet. Even chat slowed down, I guess, because half the room left. Magic, yep.
I brought the computer in the kitchen. I figured I'd be glitching, so I muted.
Something's going on with my YouTube side. All the time I go to check on it, it'll just all of a sudden the damn meter will be 5 minutes behind.
You mean when you're just watching a stream?
No, like right now I went back and checked it and looked over there, and the chat's stays up to date. But the timer, on the bottom, like you can move it to go through a video back and forward it. There's a lot of times, like especially when I go on Mad Shads, it's always I end up somehow or another that the live part of it, me watching on the other end, it'll be way back halfway through the thing behind, and I'm like, I haven't said anything or whatever. Like it'll flicker and the screen will flicker, and next thing it shoots way back.
I've seen that a lot, and I've also seen the chat go completely blank and like blip out.
Yeah, well, hell, I guess since they're on there, people are going to slowly drift that away. I guess I'll drop. We've been on it over 2 hours. We can sit and chat in the back room a bit.
All right. Well, hey, sorry I interrupted you, George. Thanks for having me up here.
You didn't interrupt. I'm not saying we can sit in the back room. Everybody's leaving, going over there. She'll be on an hour or so, and I don't like jamming up nobody's show. So. Y'all have a great night. Thanks for coming. I'm gonna drop the link, and I appreciate y'all showing up. Appreciate everybody that dropped in. Y'all have a blessed night. Much love. Good night.
Peace.
Night.